Welcome back, people. This is preview. Yes, I'm just playing around with the autocrafter, and I thought to myself, could we make an auto crafting block that then feeds that block, that kelp block, back in? Forget that there, that was a failed experiment. That feeds that kelp block back into the smelter that then recoups more kelp. So kick it off with a bit of wood to start with, and you can see it working. I built this about a week ago when or 2 weeks ago when the autocrafter came out, and I played with the autocrafter to get this working. And I thought, how can I improve on this design? I don't know if I've improved on it or not, but I'm going to build one now for you. This is the compact version, right? They press this, they craft out that kicks out the block. It then gets shot up by the water stream behind it into an up here. Then this water stream pushes the kelp block into the a hopper, which is there now. But when I press this, I break the hopper. But I've got to repair that when I go back in. Don't worry about that. It all works. The kelp block then gets fed back into the smoker to then cook some more raw kelp. Job done. It's a continuous cycle. Happy days. The only downside is we've got to wait for the sheep to press it, but they press enough, mate. You just seen it yourself. There's 63 in there. Do you know what I mean? But there's a downside to all of this. There's no actual storage side of it. You could keep going to that smelter and keep taking the 64 out, but there's a downside to doing it like this, is that you haven't got some sort of storage device, a double chest or a single chest, where once it's gone into the smelter and that stacks to 64, then you've got 5 slots for the hopper, which then gives you 5 slots of 64, and then there's no box. This here gets fed straight into it. Do you know what I mean? There's no box. It's getting fed straight into the smelter. So I wanted some way of making a system where it can have like some sort of storage device that you can keep coming to it, like a double chest, and that's what I make next. So I think I've improved it for the fact that it now stores more of these kelp blocks once they've been crafted by the autocrafter and the sheep, to then, if you did want to get some of those kelp blocks, dry kelp blocks, to do something else with, you can just go to your double chest. Happy days. So that's what I'm going to be building now. So stick around. It hasn't finished, the video not finished. In an instant, I've already built it. Here it is, people. This is I think an improved version, but this time round I'm not using water streams. I'm going to be using rails and powered rails and a minecart and hopper. Yes, the same system. I'm going to put some sheep in there. I aren't going to show you how I built it, because it's quite easy really. The crafter's got to be on the same thing as the touch plate, and then underneath next to this, as that kicks it out, it's going to kick it out to the little 1 block little hole, and the floor to that will be mud, yeah, so that the minecart sucks anything through mud, right? So happy days. That's going to suck the kelp block out into the minecart hopper. The hopper and minecart will go up to the to another hopper that feeds it into a double chest. The double chest will be like the storage device for the continual amount of kelp blocks, and that'll be your storage device. Happy days, and it will keep smelting. That's as I'm leaning on this one, what I'm leaning on, that's the kelp. That's got to be your storage device. The double chest at the top, that's where you're going to put your raw kelp. So yeah, I think it works. I might have overdone the powered rails when I was making this, thinking I need a lot of power to get it up. Do you know what I mean? But actually, if you watch it to the end, you're going to see it actually work the other way. But I have to keep playing around with it and restrict what I can actually get away with. So I aren't really into redstone. I've never really used redstone or powered rails, etc. I have used powered rails in the icon world and different things, so I don't fully understand the mechanics. I just thought, yeah, I've had this problem before trying to get a villager in a minecart up a big massive line, and the only way to do it was powered rails all the way up, and it worked. So I'm thinking it's the same in this, but actually you don't need it because of the weight. I think it's per item. So if you put a person in there, I don't think it would work. But because it's so light, one item, it's collecting probably one item at a time. I can imagine if they're clicking that all the way through and it's backed up and they haven't been doing it, maybe it can pick up two and get up. So it's about weight distribution with minecarts, isn't it? Minecarts with hoppers. I don't think I need all those torches. I just did it for decorative and just in case, do you know what I mean? I just wanted it to work for this video. It needs tweaking, definitely. I mean, look at the sheep and the livestock. They're going to go over these rails and it might stop the minecart. So I'm putting it that way, and to me that's going anti-clockwise, not clockwise. That's going anti. You can see that, can't you? If I'm saying this is the front where the powered rail is here, I'm saying that is definitely going anti-clockwise. I don't know what difference that makes, but it just made a difference, you get me? So yeah, so first you're going to get some wood in to get it kicked off. Happy days. And then you need some sheep in here to press the button or the touch plate that then does the autocrafter. Then once you get 9 dry kelp in there, it spews out and autocrafts a kelp block, for which the minecart will collect and distribute back into the smelter. Easy peasy. Let's see it work. Not long to go now, people. But while that's waiting, and we're waiting for that to actually work, which I know it does, yeah, you have to fence this off and stop the livestock going through. That did nothing. I just thought I'd get extra light there to see the bottom, but... Oh, what's happened here? Now, you just saw it work, and that minecart must have picked it up, and I'm assuming it's distributed it into these places. But where is it? Where is it? Crazy. Couldn't work out where it's gone. It must have spewed it out. It must have collected it. But everything I'm checking and doing stuff, well, where is it? I think people, it is where it is when I do it the second time round. You get me? Couldn't work out where it was. So, give or take a few things, I think it is there. But then if that's stopped burning, all the wood's finished, it should then automatically go in. So it's clearly not in the hopper. I thought it was in the hopper, see. But if it was in the hopper and it was waiting for the wood to get out, then that there would burn. So that didn't work. I thought, what's going on? What have I got to do? And I thought to myself, hang on. Will it make a difference if I chuck the minecart or push the minecart in a clockwise position, not anti-clock? I'm thinking, does that make a difference? I don't know if it does. Let's try it and find out. So that's what I did. I put the minecart on clockwise, so instead I'll send it that way. And of course, now that side's the up, that side's the down. So I didn't need all those powered rails on this side. I can't believe it. So you gotta get started with a few blocks again, and this should work. And it does. I know it does. See, now it's going clockwise. It's going out, around, and coming back on itself. So now it's going in a clockwise position. It works, people. Wait for this. When that gets to 9, that will spew out a block. The minecart will take it up and distribute it into the hopper until that wood's finished. Happy days. Damn. An autocrafter, auto smelter thingy. The problem I've got, right, is the collection. I'm going to work on that later. There's somebody out there who's done this already, done an auto collector for the growing of the kelp, the green kelp, raw, in a collection service. And if I can get that to be fed into that other hopper where we put the green stuff, we've got an auto grower, auto collector from the grower, and then this machine, all working together as the mechanics. I think this autocrafter is going to revolutionise Minecraft forever. I think you've just seen it go through. Once gone through, I think. I missed it. I'm sure it did. There's one. Hey, it works. It sits there. The minecart's picked it up. Yeah. Douche. And it... Oh, where's it gone? So I checked the hopper. Nothing there. Check the hopper. Ah, it works, people. Get in. We're in the kelp game. We are now. Let's take that wood out because I don't need that there. The kelp's now been fed in. I know it's working now. Happy days. Yeah. It's whether you want this. I think you got more room for collection in this version with the minecart system. You've got more room for collection and storage for your kelp blocks. When the compact version, if you like, being the water stream, I'm feeding it straight into the smelter, which you can only get 64 blocks in and 5 slots inside the hopper. In this one, I've got a double chest and the hopper and the smelter all in one, so you're going to get a lot of blocks being stacked up. So I think this bigger version, if you like, with the minecart, is a better version. I was going to leave it here, people, right? I was going to leave this video here, but I thought, hang on, let's leave it for a few minutes and see it carry on working, just to prove it is working. Now, I've produced 7 now, people. Now we've got something churning, and I like it. So if you think of any way of collecting or suggestions of how to collect, there's got to be a way of collecting raw kelp from the source via automation, distributing that into that other chest that puts the raw, that then goes into the smelter, and then all of the process from growing the kelp to kelp block would all be automated. Damn! Like I said, the autocrafter is going to revolutionise Minecraft, and I'm so excited to get my hands on it. So it can stack up in the autocrafter. It can stack to 64 each block. Some sheep never touch it. Happy days, but they always touch it and they always craft it, and it just works, people. I haven't found a better way to do it with the sheep. I tried chickens, but I think it worked, but it wasn't great. You see that failed attempt over there? No, I don't like that one. For some reason, 2 sheep just helps it. If you put 1 sheep in there, I found that it didn't do it as often as it did with 2. Try to put 3 in, they've got no room to move. So 2 sheep just seems perfect. If you can find a better way to trigger the autocrafter, yeah, leave them below. Leave a link to a video that says this is how you can get the autocrafter to be non-stop ticking. But I can't get it to non-stop ticking. I can get it done by foot plate, pressure plate, but I can't get it any other way. So if you can think of a better way to do it, so it's up to you whether you want a compact version like this and you come back to it, and that does auto smelt it, auto everything, but the storage is a bit iffy. I mean, I could tweak that and then put the kelp block into a box, and then that chest then feeds the hopper that feeds the smelter, like this one, the rail version. But I actually prefer the railway version. I just do, people. It's an excuse to use rails, powered rails, and build something that I think looks I think it looks cool. You can then dress it up and give it some style, use different blocks, but I think if you're going to use sheep or livestock, it's got to be grass block that keeps the sheep, they got something to eat, do you know what I mean? Happy days. You could even mix this into like an auto wool factory if you wanted to. Imagine that. Auto wool and auto smelting. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys.